Captains, welcome to Starfield After Dark. Try not to choke on your chunks. The panel is elite tonight, and Pedro and I are hopeless romantics who surrendered ourselves to the powers of Starfield. Joining your host, PedroFarquhar, are this week's panelists. Starfield Eclipse, Mossy, Ghost Rider 231, George from Zero Period Productions, and Starborn Stache, and I'm NC-17. Prepare yourselves, captains. The settled systems are about to get spicy. And remember, I like my chunks extra spicy.
Yo, captains! You crawled back into the lodge for more verbal punishment, the kind that makes your ears beg for mercy and your blood reconsider its life choices. 5 gentlemen stand before you tonight. 5 gentlemen who will talk so much, so loudly, and so confidently that you'll forget what silence even felt like. And yes, every second they speak is one less second you'll hear my shrill little voice. But don't get too comfortable with that, because I will fight for your attention like a raccoon guarding a dumpster full of expired pudding cups. I may be Buddhist, but let's be honest, I'm nowhere near enlightened. I'm a selfish prick with a microphone and a dream. And tonight, I intend to make all of your chakras regret showing up. But in all seriousness, tonight I'm very stoked. We have the return of Starfield Eclipse, the return of Ghost Rider 231, and Mossy, and Starborn Stache. And for the first time in the Sebastian Banks meeting room, we have George from Zero Period Productions. Thank you for coming, guys. Ew. Real quick, though, before we get into the games, I do have since tonight is a Highlander themed hang, I'm gonna relay. I want to talk about my Highlander story, my brush with greatness. So I was in Ireland a while back, Dingle specifically. It was pre-sober me, it was pre-TBI me, and I was with my beautiful wife. And I don't know if it was the Boston accent or the handsome face or just the local tradition of, hey, you look thirsty. I mean, everybody kept asking me if I knew this person or that person. And every single one of them kept buying me beers. And so I always had like 10 Guinness on standby. It was like being a VIP at a dingy brew house run by wizards. It was pretty awesome. At the end of the night, this older gentleman, he comes over, and he was in his late 50s, maybe 60s. He comes up to me, and I'm in my 30s, so this dude has ancient druid energy. He leans in close. He leans in real close, and he whispers, "My friend, you have become immortal. You are a true Highlander." And I swear to God, it felt like he cast a spell on me. And for 1 minute, I felt like I'd eaten a bag of mushrooms before walking into that bar. And at that exact moment, the universe froze, and I started to understand all of its secrets. I'm thinking, this is it. This guy is about to take me under his wing. He's got a sword in the back room, and I'm about to start training. It was one of the best feelings I ever had in my life. And then, in the most sort of Irish plot twist imaginable, my wife spills my drink on him, and they kind of collide, right? So she spills her drink on him, and he kind of spills his drink on himself, and it's chaos. And he just looks at me, and he shakes his head, and he goes, "Ugh, cursed. "You know, Highlander." And then he kind of walks backward into the crowd like a disappointed wizard and vanishes forever. But for that 1 minute, I was fucking immortal. It was fucking great. True story.
He
True
faded into the
story.
crowd.
He faded into the crowd, and I'll never know if he had that sword in the back room. It was amazing.
Man, he was
All right, guys. I lived it for like 1 minute. It was great. Lived in that moment for 1 minute. Let's get into some Starfield. All right. We're gonna start. We'll go Eclipse, Ghosty, we'll go Mossy, Stache, and then George. Okay. So first question of the night. If your Starfield character had a theme song, what 80s track would blast when they enter the room?
It would definitely be Queen's Another One Bites the Dust.
Yes, that is an awesome track. And
it is.
Did that track hold any special significance to you?
Not really. It's all pump up music.
Yeah.
To pump up for combat, for fight, whatever.
It's a great bump up for some combat for sure. Ghosty, how about you?
I'm going to have to go for AC/DC Back in Black because I don't know why, but it's an insight. It's a little bit of an inside joke, but I don't know. It always comes back to me somehow. So
Nice.
Back in Black.
Do you want to share that inside joke, or are you going to keep it?
It's a bit of an inside between me and another friend where we were just modding Starfield or just like memeing about Starfield. So we always use that joke, put together. Just I don't know. It's just a funny thing that we do. Because he says like, "Oh, I'm black," so it's like a joke for back, so black.
That's great. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Mossy. What do you got?
First, I got to piggyback off of that. It's great that you're playing Starfield with friends, man. I miss having like real world friends that I can see every day that I play with, playing games with me. That's as you get older and people check out or move on or move away. That's a rarity. So treasure that, man. For me, it will be, I got two main characters, Haldor. He's kind of the Hellraiser. And for him, it would be Out of Nowhere by Faith No More. That's one of his favorite tracks. And then there's another guy that's a little more low key. His name's Azraelin, but he would be Prince in the New Revolution. And I got to double check the name because I watch it all the time on YouTube and I've got it on my playlist, but I often figured it out. It's Let's Go Crazy.
Nice.
that's another good one. But those
are that's the first Prince track that's made it onto the Starfield After Dark playlist. So
nice.
I'm pretty pumped for that. And your words at the beginning are never better. Have never been spoken better. Right. It's great to play with friends and be in that moment. Stache, what do you got?
You guys.
Well, you see, I got a technicality for you because we all know the Sex Pistols were the biggest in the 1970s. But in a way of becoming corporate pop punk rockers like they were, they released an album as a joke calling it Flogging a Dead Horse. All right. And what it was a re-release in 1980 of their best tracks. So from Flogging a Dead Horse, I'm going to have to go with God Save the Queen, which is I know that doesn't really strike you as something that old Stache would love. But then we're going to follow it up with something. I chose something for Michael. Don't really tell him I told him that, but I chose something for Michael, and it's a little bit more contemporary. Wanted, Dead or Alive, because he's kind of the pirates are kind of after him right now. So they mostly want him dead, though.
Great track, great 80s track. And George, how about you?
Well, now I need another one, apparently. Because mine was also Bon Jovi Wanted Dead or Alive, because I just love the Aquila motif. And I feel like that just fits Aquila and the Rangers and even just the Hunters really, really well. And it's kind of like one of my favorite parts of the game.
Hey, two people can have the same song. That's no problem.
Absolutely. I'll share.
If anything, it kind of validates the song even more, I think.
That's right. You know what? When in the 80s, when that came out, I couldn't stand that song. right? It would drive me nuts. But now I fucking love that song. All right, rule changes for the games. Let's go over some new rules for the games moving forward. Panelists will now get a bonus. If you make me laugh so hard, I lose my train of thought. It's not that hard to do. Also, there is the Pedro panic button. If my brain slips at any time, I'll try to hit the button, but even if I don't hit it, you can vape or vamp for 10 seconds. And whatever you do, vape or vamp, put all yourself into that vaping or vamping. All right. First game, there can be only one. Part one. All right. This is very simple, this game. Here are the rules. I'm going to give you a choice, Starfield or something else. And you must choose, metaphorically, whose head gets decapitated. Whichever one you don't choose is lost forever and will not follow you into your next NG Plus universe. There'll be 2 questions per panelist each round, 2 rounds, 20 questions total. No mercy, no explanations, no therapy, just trauma and pain. All right. Round 1. We'll go George, Ghosty, Stache, Starfield, Eclipse, and Mossy. Okay. I'm going to start you off with an easy one, George. Okay.
All right.
Starfield, and then I'm going to give you some different choices. You just have to pick, right?
Okay.
Starfield or a gas station hot dog?
I'll go gas station hot dog.
Wow, you really had to think about that one. Wow, tell us a little about that. You're really into gas station hot dogs. Do you travel a lot?
Not even that much. And I say it as someone who's like I really like good food, but I also have a really big soft spot for like especially shitty food when traveling. I just feel like it's almost you need to eat something kind of crappy when you're on the road. Otherwise, it doesn't really count as a road trip.
So let me get this right. Between Starfield and gas station hot dog, if you're choosing one to throw into the nether realms, the ether, the void, you're throwing Starfield in there or a hot dog?
Okay, so now I get it. Sorry. Maybe it would have helped for me to hear someone else. I am throwing out the hot dog, keeping Starfield over a hot dog. I will say that. Otherwise, I'd be on the wrong podcast. I should be looking for the gas station hot dog podcast then.
That would be an amazing
I
podcast.
really thought you were going to zig when you zagged there.
Okay, well, I'm going to take it one step further, okay?
All right.
Starfield or breakfast burrito?
I'm choosing Starfield. I don't really care for eggs. I'm not an egg person, so that's an easy one for me.
Neither am I. How about Starfield or the last slice of pizza?
Ooh. Still going Starfield because I'd rather have the first slice.
All right, and cheeseburgers? I'll just throw that one in there. One stays juicy, one gets deleted.
I gotta vote cheeseburgers this time.
Okay.
That's a. You have to think about it. Like my entire life, I've been eating burgers. The idea of that going away, for me at least, that affects my everyday life a little bit more.
Okay.
So that's gonna be where I almost have to like tap out. Yeah, nope.
Okay.
I gotta go with the burger.
I hear you. It took a little while, but we got there, right? All right. Ghosty, are you ready?
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Starfield or glitter? One remains, one never washes off. He says Starfield. Good choice. Starfield or your Wi-Fi?
I'm gonna have to go with Wi-Fi for this one.
Oh, okay. All right. It only took 2 for us to get there with Ghosty. He's quick to choose the Wi-Fi. All right. Starfield Eclipse. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Starfield or Marvel Comics? One keeps the multiverse, one gets snapped.
I'm keeping Starfield. I'm not much of a comic book fan.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one will be easy then. Starfield or DC Comics?
Starfield yet again. So
All right.
people are gonna hate me for this.
No, that's okay. You with your questions for the first round, you're staying with Starfield. That's pretty good. All right. Stache, you ready? You might not know what this is, Stache, okay? Starfield or Velcro shoes?
I mean, I can get all kinds of shoes, right? Like I don't have to have the Velly ones. I can get any other kind.
That's correct.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep space. Why would I not have space when I can? Yeah, the Velly things in the void. They can go.
All right. How about Starfield or slip-ons? Comfort versus Cosmos.
Gonna go with the Cosmos.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Mossy, are you ready?
Oh yeah, buddy, send them.
This is hard. This is going to be hard, Mossy. Last one of the first round. Here we go. Starfield or that 1X who still likes your posts?
Oh no, she can go die in a dish fire. I don't care. Starfield all the way. I'm keeping
All
it.
right. Starfield or Starfield or the person you first dated? One gets carried forward, one gets yeeted out of here.
Sorry, Carrie, you got to go. Starfield still.
Nice, nice. Here we go. We're getting now. This is tough.
All right.
Starfield or your first love? One survives, one becomes an emotional DLC.
Oh man, first loves are sometimes last loves, and that's how it is with my wife. So first time I actually understood love with her. Sorry, Starfield, you got to go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Wow. That's awesome, Mossy. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
How long have you guys been married?
This coming September will be 27 years.
That's awesome. Badass. Badass. All right,
She
round
put up for me a
two.
lot longer than that.
hang on. Was that last one?
What's that? Say it again.
Oh, sorry, buddy. We dated for 3 years before we got married because I was a dummy and didn't lock it down right away. So yeah, we're closer to 30 than anything else. But
Oh man,
That is
Congrats.
awesome. Right.
I was going
Did
to
it
ask
for
if that
9
last
before
question
we
was
got
actually
married.
like part of the thing.
No. Well, not that. Well, yeah, kind of. He chose his love over Starfield, which is amazing. All right, round two. George, you ready? This is going to get tough. Round two
All right,
is
yep.
going to get a little tougher. All right. Starfield or the DMV?
Oh, Starfield easily.
All right.
No more
All right.
waiting. Yeah.
Awesome. Starfield or your car's check engine light?
I can't drive, so Starfield.
Okay, then this one's going to be easy. Starfield or Porsches?
I like to look at them, but I'd still rather have Starfield.
Yeah, nice. All right, George pulling through with Starfield. All right, Ghosty, are you ready?
Yep.
This one's tough right out of the box. Ready? Starfield or physical media? One stays with you, one gets sold at a yard sale.
Oh, it'd be really hard with that one.
Yeah, this is a hot button topic right now.
I'm gonna have to. I'm going to buy physical media. It's not just nostalgic, but I like to have media available just anytime for me.
I hear you. I hear you.
Physical media. Sorry, Starfield.
I'm going to give you one more. Ready? Starfield or your childhood action figures?
I'm gonna have to go Starfield for this one. Sorry.
All right. All right. So you can put those action guys right in the yard sale instead of physical media. Pretty cool.
that hurts my
Here,
heart.
Wicked has one for you, Ghosty. Ready? Starfield or Pokemon?
Ouch.
You know what? Starfield. I'm doing it. Starfield.
All right. All right. All right. Starfield Eclipse. I'm going to hit you with the some tough ones here. All right.
Nail me with them.
This one's good. This one's good. Starfield or parkour? One stays nimble, one breaks its knee.
I'm going to keep Starfield on that one.
All right. Starfield or religion? One keeps followers, one loses all lore.
Man, would you even have lore without religion? I'm going to keep religion on that one.
Okay. Keeping religion. That's pretty cool. All right. Stache. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Starfield or the movie Highlander? There can be only one.
Oh, you bastard. Look, man, one of them is my bread and butter. It's how I make my living. It's also how I got this sweet mustache grown out.
Mm-hmm.
I got to stick with Starfield. I know it's against the theme of the show, but it's how I make my living.
All right. How about this one? Starfield or Return of the Jedi?
You dirty scoundrel.
One stays, one gets thrown off the balcony like Palpatine.
Screw the little fake bears. Starfield for life.
Nice. All right. Let me push it a little farther. Starfield or The Godfather?
Are you literally making an offer I can't refuse right now?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to see if you'll break. That's my goal in life. My goal in this show.
It's not very Buddhist of you. I will choose the Starfield.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more. See if we can break it. Starfield or Empire Strikes Back. One survives, one gets frozen in carbonite.
Oh my God, you would do this to me, wouldn't you? Pedro! I choose Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, all right, man. I think that's a wise decision. I think that's
Think of everything that I'd be getting rid of if I got rid of Empire Strikes Back. No child would ever experience Empire Strikes Back again.
That's correct. I am with you on getting rid of the Return of the Jedi. Mossy, that mask is unbelievable.
Just chose correctly.
CV Marshall says, I think Star Stache had a stroke. All right, I'm going to hit you with some hard ones for the last question. Last questions of round 2 for this game. Mossy, Starfield, or pandas?
Or pandas? Oh, God,
Yeah.
my wife's going to be really sad. Starfield.
Right.
Starfield stays.
Starfield or butterflies?
Yeah, I don't like butterflies anyway. They're related to moths, and they eat all my clothes. So, yeah. Starfield.
How about Starfield or cats? One judges you forever, one gets launched into the cosmos.
You know, in retrospect, in Starfield, I'm already living without cats. So, yeah, Starfield still. We're good.
Ooh, and Mossy goes for Starfield. That's great. Good job, guys. Everybody, you guys were all great sports. Thank you for playing my crazy game. All right, game 2. You stepped into the Unity. You arrived in a brand new universe. There's no going back, not even if you beg, bargain, or bribe a Starborn with a breakfast burrito. And in this universe, Christopher Lambert isn't just celebrated, he is an award-winning actor. And Highlanders actually exist. Immortality is real, and the quickening is a public safety hazard. And Lambert, he's somehow even more confusing than before. But what about us? Tonight, we're going to find out what kind of immortal idiots we truly are. The kind who have lived for centuries, learned nothing, and still burn the same food we burned in 1998. Welcome to NG Plus or Bust. This is the Highlander edition. So grab your swords, your emotional baggage, because there could be only one, and it's definitely not going to be any one of us. So I'm just going to ask you one quick question that has maybe a little to do with the theme of the night. All right, so we'll go Mossy, Eclipse, Stache, Ghosty, George. All right, Mossy, if you suddenly became immortal, what's the first terrible decision you'd make, And what illusion about yourself would you immediately have to let go of?
I'd buy a lifetime subscription to Time Magazine, and I would let go of my zip code. No, that's a tough one, man. I'm not sure.
Those are great answers.
And I don't know if I so many bad decisions. I mean, that's kind of my bread and butter. The first thing that I'd let go, though, would be my identity, because I don't want anybody to kind of, well, how is he living forever? You know, I'm trying to keen on that. But
Off
I don't know if
grid.
yeah, definitely go off grid. Maybe let go of a lot of my worries. Definitely let go of my life insurance, because nobody's caring about that anymore if you're living forever. But
Save a little money.
yeah, right. Short of that, letting go of stuff is hard. I mean, I'm kind of a closet hoarder, so to speak. So I don't know. I guess I just let go of worries.
Nice. Good answer. Eclipse, you've lived for 600 years. What's the one thing you still don't understand? And what's one belief about the universe you've never said out loud?
How can zero be real if it's nothing? That's something I still don't understand.
Nice.
And let's think here. I'm not sure. What was the question again? The second question?
It's what's one belief about the universe you've never said out loud?
That's a hard one.
But profound.
That is a hard one. That is a tricky one. I don't know. I will have to think about that.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Stache.
Mm-hmm.
You're immortal and you've lived through every era. What's the worst haircut you've ever had? And what's the one thing you hope the universe never judges you for?
Well, first of all, every haircut I've had has been amazing. Firstly. Secondly, the one thing I hope they never judge me for is every haircut I've ever had. Think about that conundrum for a minute. Well, I thought about it, and probably when I had the mullet for a little while. Probably.
Nice. Did you really? You had it? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I had them. It was bad. I'll send you some pictures later on offline.
Hey,
you share those with anybody, and you are dead to me.
All right.
But I will share it with you.
Ghosty, if you met your Starborn self, what's the first thing you'd ask them? And what is the funniest possible way you could discover another person is immortal?
The question I would ask myself?
Yep. If you meet yourself, if you met your Starborn self, what's the first thing you'd ask them?
I would ask, how much do you hoard? How much do you hoard? Are you the biggest space hoarder?
Nice. What would they answer? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to see it?
And what's the funniest? I'm going to change the second half of this question. And what's the funniest possible way you could discover another one of these panelists is immortal?
See that question again?
Yep. What's the funniest possible way you could discover another panelist is immortal?
Maybe if I found them in a desolate moon in a mining shaft, and they were kind of breakdancing in I think a little bit of radioactive water, the one you'd find in Varunkai, that kind of water, and they're just kind of like dancing naked or something.
I absolutely love it. Thank you.
You're right.
George,
Pretty weird.
you've lived for 900 years. What's the one thing you still mispronounce? And what's the one thing you think the universe is trying to teach you right now?
Well, first of all, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to still mispronounce after 900 years, but the problem is I'm going to say it the correct way, or I know how to say it now, but as a kid especially, I always said Connecticut wrong. I would always say
It's a hard one.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Or some variation of that. And I don't even know when I would have started saying Connecticut right, but for a long time, I both said it wrong and spelled it wrong. So I imagine that, if I have forever to live, I'm going to be a little bit more stubborn because, I have I have the rest of the universe, the rest of existence to figure out how to say it. So why am I in a rush?
Correct answer. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
what was the second half? I forget.
What's the one thing the universe is trying to teach you right now?
Oh God, right now? Probably to get on like a regular sleep schedule, but even though I'm not going to live for all of time, I'm still stubborn and I'm still not going to do that just yet.
Don't do that just yet. It's all made up, right?
Yeah.
The
I'll get there
8-hour
eventually.
sleep schedule. Don't listen
Go to
to
Jupiter, it don't matter.
what's that, Mossy?
Go to Jupiter, it don't matter.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Game 3. Before we get into the deep dive, let's get into game 3. And we're going to do the first Red Mile Trivia Championships for the year. There can be only one part 2. We'll call this Red Mile the Quickening Quiz to go with our Highlander theme. So the Red Mile Championships, we're gonna start tonight. And over the next 4 months on Starfield After Dark and some other Red Mile trivia nights, we're going to have panelists and contestants battle across universes to earn a coveted spot in the grand finale at StarCon 2 to go against the best of the best, last year's Red Mile champions and record holders. Last year's prize was pretty good. I actually forget, though, if it was a Starfield controller or a headset or both, but it was nice gear provided by courtesy of Bethesda. This year, I have no idea what the prizes are, but honestly, who cares? Because the real reward, the true prize, is the ability to stand on an imaginary stage at StarCon 2 and say, I'm the best of the best. And I survived the Red Mile. I answered trivia while Pedro screamed at me. And that is a good feeling, guys. So tonight is the preliminary trial, the warm-up, the proving ground, the cosmic appetizer before the main event. We'll have 3 rounds, 1 question in each. You have 10 seconds to answer. The person with the most points win. If there's a tie, I've got plenty of questions. We'll go to sudden death. And trust me, you don't want to go sudden death with me holding the microphone. Points for each round. We'll go round 1, 1 point, round 2, 2 points, round 3, 3 points. I'm going to lose track almost certainly. So we'll see how this goes. Welcome to the Green Mile. Welcome to the Green Mile Challenge. All right.
I'm tired, boss.
Yep, me too. Don't fall asleep on me yet. We're going to go Ghosty, George, Starfield Eclipse, Stache, and Mossy. You guys good with that? All right. First question, Ghosty, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
10 seconds to answer. Starfield begins in what year?
2000, 87.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 2330 AD. All right, George, are you ready?
Yep.
The Red Mile obstacle course takes place in which star system?
I know I'm going to get it wrong. Is it Parima?
You are getting it right. Good job.
Okay. All right.
Point for George. Point for George. All right, Starfield Eclipse. The city of Neon is also fondly referred to as what? What's its nickname?
Oh my God. It has a nickname. gosh darn it. Fish sticks. I don't know.
I love it. I love it.
Although I wish it was fish sticks, it is the Pleasure City. All right. Who's next? Mossy, are you ready?
Sure, buddy. Hit me.
All right. The planet Nera is in which star system?
Oh, good Lord. You got me. I'm waving the white flag on this one, brother.
All right. It is the Narion star system.
I should have known that.
Stache, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. This is it. You should get this, Stache. Where is the stretch?
The stretch.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that little stretcher road there in Aquila? Is that what you're talking about?
I am indeed.
Okay.
All right. After the first round, George and Stache are tied at 1 point apiece. All right. Round 2, points are worth two points apiece in the round 2. All right. So here we go. We're going to change up. We'll go Mossy, Stache, Eclipse, Ghosty, George. All right, Mossy.
All right, buddy.
This is tough. In the mission, Divided Loyalties, the spacefarer travels to what bar?
Divided loyalties. Anchor Point, right? Well, no, what's Anchor Point's bar? Oh, crap. That is a tough one. The Devil's Armpit. I'm not sure. I got to give it a name.
It is not the Devil's Armpit. It is Aggie's bar. Aggie's bar.
Oh, that's
All right.
not even where I was thinking it was.
Let's see.
Aggies is on Aquila.
Oh, this is a toughie. All right. Starfield Eclipse. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Janan Varun dubbed the Pilgrim. What nickname?
Holy cow, this is a hard one. Oh God. Forget. I tap out on this one. I forget what it is.
That's okay. That's one of the hardest ones. It is the Unbeliever. All right, Stache.
Oh boy.
Who is
Thanks,
the
Jay. Appreciate it, Jay.
who is the founder of Chunks?
Ooh.
I need
That's
the
a good,
full.
this is
the
rather
full name.
embarrassing because I have a couple of franchises myself. I
Made a great commercial about it.
yeah, I think I don't remember his name. I don't remember.
Take a
I
guess.
know. Huh?
Just take a guess. Come on, you know this.
I really don't remember.
All right, Fred Blombart.
Oh no. Yeah. Now it's kicking in.
All right. I think I said Ghosty is next. All right, Ghosty, ready?
All right, shoot.
All right. The Broken Spear is a bar in which settlement?
Are we going for planet, the planet or the town?
The town.
Sidonia, I think.
Ooh, Ghost Rider 231 scores 2 points in round 2. Good job. All right, here we go. Next one. This is a tough one, I think. George, are you ready? Name
as ready as I will be.
Name one ingredient that you will need to craft astral sliders at a cooking station, and I'll need the exact name of the ingredient.
Astral sliders. Ooh, all right. I'm just gonna spitball. I'm gonna say the Red Harvest wheat bread, but I'm just guessing with that one.
I'm gonna give it to you because it's bread. It's bread.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. But
I was thinking of what the specific breads might be, but
You
even then,
went
I
real
think the red harvest wheat
specific.
might have been the beer.
Yeah, you went real specific, and that was good. I think it would taste really nice on the Red Harvest bread. That would be really cool. All right.
I was thinking
so-
of what burger I would have wanted when I was choosing between the existence of Starfield and burgers. So, you know.
George, amazing. 2 points. George is in the lead after 2 rounds with 3 points. All right. But everything, everything can be thrown upside down because in round 3, the points are worth, or the questions are worth 3 points. All right. Here we go. We're going to start, we'll go Vasco. I mean, I got to go. That question is gone. All right. We're going to go Starfield, Eclipse, Stache, Mossy, George, and Ghosty. All right. The Latin phrase. All right. You ready, Starfield Eclipse? For 3 points.
Yes.
The Latin phrase sanctum universum translates into what in English?
Sacred University.
Close. Very close. It is Holy Universe. All right. Stache, you ready?
I guess.
All right.
My confidence is shook right now.
Oh, just have a little more Aurora, and you'll be good. You'll be good. Let's see. Who was not one of the original members of Constellation? All right, I'm gonna read you a list, and I'm looking for who was not one of the original members of Constellation. All right.
All right.
Aja Mamasa, Darius, Andri, Andris, Chloe Bao, Bao, or Walter Stroud. And I'm asking who was not one of the original members of Constellation.
I feel like it's a softball question, but I'm pretty sure Walter was not a founding member.
You are correct. It's Walter Stroud.
Yeah, he would have been way too young to have been a founding member because it was established 50 years before 2330. So, yeah.
Good job. Good job. All right, Mossy, you're up. Stache actually has taken the lead. All right, Mossy. Looking to get enhanced, don't go to this settlement. I'm going to give you a list. All right.
Okay.
Gagarin Landing, Dasra, Paradiso, or Sidonia. Looking to get enhanced? Don't go to this settlement.
I'm leaning toward. Is it Gagarin?
It is.
Oh, nice.
Three
That's
points.
kind of a question, but thanks for the points, brother.
Yeah,
I'll take them.
3 points for Mossy. All right.
I know they don't have those guys who deal in the black market stuff because I'm always going there trying to sell things and I can't even find anybody to sell to. Trade Authority.
Good. It was good guess. Good answer. All right, Ghosty, this is tough. Vladimir Saul's house, also known as Vlad's Villa, is located in which distant star system?
Oh, I don't know this one very well. I'm going to take a shot in the dark with this one.
Go for it.
I'm drawing blanks here. Rana?
The correct answer is the Syrma system, Syrma. All right, George, last question of the night. Let's see. I'm going to give you a list, so you don't have to answer this right away. All right?
Okay.
Which is not a colony war battle? Is it the Battle of Nera, the Battle of Vesta, the Battle of Cassiopeia, or the Battle of Bessel? Which is not a colony war battle?
I'm gonna say Battle of Bessel.
Battle of Bessel is correct. Wow, there you go. 3 points. George, you're the winner.
Hey!
I was not expecting that.
George.
Trivia is usually something I struggle with in anything. Like I can know the subject matter. I test poorly. So I was not expecting that at all.
All right. Well, I think how this is works. We're still kind of working it out. Is that we're going to try to do this every month with panelists and and any sort of guest we have on the show. Right. I think the next time we're going to do this is with Elle Lee, the voice of Miria Sharkevich. Right. And so she'll be on. We're going to do this in August. And so we're going to do one each month until November. And then all of those people hopefully can get together in December and fight out for a place in the finale at StarCon. Are you down with that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. For everybody else, if you still want to be in the finale, we're going to do other contests and along the way as well. But that's going to be awesome. All right. Let's do the deep dive. I think everybody has had enough of my ramblings, and so let's talk about Starfield. Let's go Eclipse, Ghosty, George, Mossy, Stache. All right. So Bethesda on July 17th released a note from Bethesda Game Studios. And within the note, they said they are preparing for the launch of new Starborn content next year. Can you guys give me your thoughts? Speculate a little. What do you think we're getting, or what would you like to see for new Starborn content? Starfield Eclipse. Let's start with you.
I'd like to see a Starborn themed DLC where we learn who the creators are, maybe introduce a Starborn faction. If I was going to say anything, put them hell bent on destroying the universe and put some kind of universe ending event to kind of heighten the tension. I would love to see that. I think they could do wonderful things exploring Starfield lore or the Starborn lore itself, and fleshing that out more, because we don't really know a lot of things. Like I would like to know who exactly is the Pilgrim. I think the Pilgrim is the Hunter, and I think the Pilgrim is Keeper Aquilus, but I don't know 100%. It's pretty points to it pretty closely, but I would like to see that fleshed out and all that back lore and everything, and figure out that kind of stuff, and get that lore a little bit more expansive around who the Starborn are, what exactly is going on with that whole mystery that they have, and what exactly is the Unity. We'll see what happens when they next year rolls around.
I love that idea. They should get you on their payroll. I think the idea of them hell bent on destroying the universe is an awesome one. That is cool.
I think you could theme it very easily by Starborn being immortal, and someone wants to opt out of immortality. That would be such a dark theme right there. They're trying to kill themselves by destroying existence itself.
Damn. If they don't do that, you should make a creation doing that, because that's a sick story.
I have something, but I need to learn the creation kit a lot more before I pull that off.
Yeah.
You also need a good computer for it, because I keep on hearing that the Rex needed, like, just to run the creation kit for Starfield well, it's just a pain apparently.
It absolutely is. I myself, I run it through like my own tooling I don't even use. I use the creation kit just to upload mods. I make stuff through like my own tooling, which is a lot lighter weight. I would suggest people do that or Xedit. Xedit's really lightweight. You can make a lot of mods out of Xedit.
That's really good advice. Where are we going next? Did I say? All right, well, let's go with Mossy. Tell us what you think.
Well, kind of piggyback off of what Eclipse was saying, I like the whole idea of instead of kind of piggybacking somebody trying to build and learn, you're trying to prevent like a bad thing from happening. So you're trying to head off like a galactical holocaust, so to speak. But another thing I'd kind of like to see them do is it kind of seems like our exposure to it's very limited and they can branch off from here. But our exposure to the timeline for the next universe seems to be dependent on when we touch the artifact in our origin universe, so to speak. I'd like to find a way for them to kind of roll things backward. So, we could go back to, UC versus the settled systems conflict as far as their civil war goes. We can go back in time versus being stuck in that spot where we're always going into the mine and grabbing the artifact and being stuck at that standpoint. It'd be nice if there was a way for us to flow backwards. If that makes no sense.
Yeah, that would be dope. I'd love to see some. I mean, if they don't do it with like a Starborn DLC, I would love to see them do like a what was the Fallout one? In Alaska, the Anchorage.
Operation Anchorage. Yeah.
Yeah, like where you kind of like go back in time and you're in the colony war or something like that. That would be dope. Ghosty, what do you think? What do you think we're gonna get next year? What do you think they're talking about when they say launch of new Starborn content?
Well, I'm kind of going to go piggyback off of what you guys said, especially with the whole entire Operation Anchorage with the whole simulation. So I think it'd be really cool to see, like, how like the Starborn want, they have their own Unity or something. So I wonder if they would have their entire, their own, universe or something in the multiverse or something. But also, I'm going to say this, I think they overheard us say something about Starborn, so I don't know, they heard us.
Say that again?
Oh, I feel like when I mentioned Starborn DLC, I feel like they overheard us or something.
I think so too. George, how about you? What are your thoughts on what could be coming? We're just wildly speculating it, but that's okay. That's what we do.
Yeah, and part of what I have to say is also speculation anyway, but the original trademark for the Starborn DLC, I think was leaked almost 2 years ago now, if I'm getting my timeline right. And what I've believed for a while, what I've thought for a while is that they had been working on a Starborn DLC shortly after the release of Shattered Space, and because of the overall reception to the DLC, they just decided we got to go back to the drawing board. We need to kind of retool this. So maybe it was just going to be originally, one planet, one settlement, something like that. And they realized that might not really be playing to the strengths of Starfield with how vast it is. And I'm hoping that after everything that they did with free lanes kind of tying into Terran Armada, I'm almost hoping that we see something similar where we get a major free content update that maybe adds more unique interactions with the Starborn across the galaxy, with then the Starborn DLC itself maybe being that more core story focus. But for me, one of the things is that the Starborn is so interesting, but we really only see them most of the time as kind of like a generic enemy type. You fight a couple of ships, you see a landing party, but if we get to see more unique Starborn who have their own stories, who have kind of lived in these universes, I think that can really play into what's a little bit more interesting about them, because you're going to have a lot of Starborn out there who are maybe a little bit more like our player character too.
I love that idea of, they've seemingly, it feels like you're right? Like that they've been working on this for a while, right? They've had something there in the background for a little bit, right? You're right, like because that the name leaked, the copyright or whatever, and so there's probably some kind of bones to whatever they're putting out there. But wouldn't it be
My
rad?
thought on that is I think they trademarked Starborn because they knew where the story was going to end. And they planned on using that title from the very beginning.
Yep.
That's
And I
cool.
think the thing too that kind of weighs into that is, and granted, it takes a little time to get things going as far as trademarks go through the court system, but maybe a month or so before they trademarked that, No Man's Sky put out some generic Star Cruiser that you could get from running one of their expeditions, and they called it the Starborn Cruiser or Starborn something, but Starborn was front and center
I
in the
do
menu.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like not too long after that, there was like a full stop. Wait a minute, we're trademarking that shit. You got to get off our boat.
That's wild. That's wild. But it'd be, even if they haven't been working on it all that time, but if they have been, I mean, imagine what detail they could be giving us, right? Which would be awesome. But I think your other point, George, is awesome too, because like it would be so great to get like a Terran Armada and a free lanes for the Starborn. So you get maybe a more detailed than Terran Armada sort of story about the Starborn, and then you get the free lanes content for Starborn, right? You get interdictions where or incursions or whatever we're calling them, like where you meet new different Starborn, or you have or come across different storylines for Starborn, and maybe different kind of ships or different types of gear. I would love to see more Starborn gear introduced into the world, more Starfield powers introduced into the world. I don't really use half of those. I love using my powers, but I feel like I use 5, and that's kind of it.
Part of that to me is that they just need a better menu system for it, because opening the menu and then having to select the power, it's not the most fun. It kind of like breaks up the gameplay.
Sure.
I like something like what Witcher 3 did forever ago. You just get the little wheel and you very quickly just swap between them without having to go through an entire like pause menu and everything.
If they could do that, that would be incredible, right? Like right now I have them in my little, I don't know what you call it, the little like menu on the lower left hand where you put all your favorite items, right? Like
the little extended D-pad thing that they have. Yeah.
So like, but I only have I only have 4 or 5 in there, right? Because I want my favorite guns. I want like a ton of stuff in there. And so, but wouldn't it be rad if like you could hit a button or whatever, and a wheel would come up and you could go through all the powers? That would be sweet. Sweet.
I would love to just be able to quick toggle them without going to that, like those fast keys, or just like switching a weapon almost, like 3 or 4 of them, and just quick in combat. And I don't know. It feels like anytime I'm going to that menu, I'm breaking up the action.
Yeah. It's something like you said, something quick, right? Like to go through them fast, so you can use, more than one really in order. That would be so good.
Especially if you're playing with like overhauls that make the game really challenging. You have to use those Starborn powers. Being able to flip through them quick would make the game so much fun, so much more intense, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
There's 2 things I kind of want them to hit on. One of them is pretty simple. I mean, when we kill the Starborn, like the generic guys, and they kind of turn into their glitter bombs and dissipate, do they actually die, or do they revert someplace else? I mean, I kind of, want to know what happens to them. And if they do go backward, could you imagine like getting a hunting contract where you got to kill this guy, but he's got to be the prime? So it's not just a hunting mission where you're going to different planets. You're going through different unities trying to find his prime version to offer. And
that's a lot for 3,000 credits. That's quite the jump, quite the trip.
Right. And then for the second question, or the second one I want to have answered is, when you're fighting the Starborn toward the end, they animate dead bodies of humans to come against you. And as far as I know, as far as powers go, we can animate creatures for a limited time, but part of me wants to go full blown space necromancer. I mean, it's the bad part, but we can't animate humans. I mean, I want to be like them. Well, you killed that pirate. Well, I killed him, and now I'm bringing him up. He's going to fight you. So,
yeah, you can. You can do it one time only.
Oh, when's that?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
There's one guardy that does do that where he emits part of like 12 eclipse, like I think 12 eclipse, like eclipses or something.
Cool. That's dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope though, Mossy. I love those ideas. You got to get on the payroll too.
So I'm gonna step on my soapbox here and kind of answer a few questions and take you boys to school here for a minute.
Yep.
All right. So let me just kind of tell you what's going on. First off, the Pilgrim, he had an entire church of Starborn followers that inevitably came after him. You learn this from looking at his writings. I have a whole video where I break down everything. It's called The Secret Lore of New Atlantis, Part 2, where we go into the psyche of Keeper Aquilus, of the Pilgrim, and the Hunter. Because in a technical aspect, because of what you would call a Starborn psychotic break, is the most technical term I could call it. At any given point in time, the Hunter, Keeper Aquilus, and the Pilgrim are three separate people. But at one point in time, they were all sequentially one person. When you hear him talk about these inevitable followers that he gains, he says to the effect of people are needed, but they're also madness. And so every time that he becomes like this religious figure in every single reality that he's in, but he gets irritated with the fact that he's got these people treating him like he's space Jesus, and he goes into unity to get away from them. Mm-hmm. And what you've got, and what a lot of these factions are, and I see you laughing at me, Eclipse. I'm telling you, this is the truth. What you've got is you've got these factions of different Starborn that are angry with their religious leader, and they jump from reality to reality. They are still his followers, this same faction. Notice how they don't attack each other. They only go after people that have his favor. And in a lot of situations, that's you, Starborn. A lot of situations, that's you. Also, I would recommend to anybody who hasn't done so, if they've been through Unity, and I hate talking about this because I don't like telling people what's to come or what's to be, go talk to Keeper Aquilus. Just go talk to him. Have a conversation with him, why don't you? See what he talks to you about. Because I guarantee you it's going to be an interesting conversation that you have with him.
Nice.
But on top of that, I do want to put out there that there is something that Jay said just a few minutes ago, and I completely agree with him. The Starborn we meet, they are these religious faction. They're punks. They are in it for numero uno because they've given up on what the Pilgrim was trying to teach them. And as you can see, as you go through sequentially, looking at the Pilgrim's writings, volumes 1 through 5, you see this transformation from a reluctant leader a person that's very selfish with contempt for humanity, to a reluctant leader, to accepting his role, to staying where he is. And he learns that the growth of yourself is not through becoming part of the unity, but becoming part of yourself and being okay with who you are as a person. And that is one of the most beautiful things of the human experience that we can have, is becoming okay with who we are.
Amen.
Not every. Now, I do want to say that I am not crazy. An intense amount of research did go into a lot of this. It's on my channel. Starborn Stache is not the name of the channel. It's actually Astra Stashed. But if you go to my YouTube channel and you check out the video, I apologize that it is 30 minutes long. I apologize. But there are chapters. If there's something in particular that you're interested in, there are chapters you can skip to. So I apologize about that duration, but the boss and I go into so many details about this guy. And by the way, just going to say it again for the sake of the entire podcast here. I'm going to say it again. New Atlantis is a topographical map to the Hyla system. I'm not crazy. It's true. Go look at the video. That's another one. It's 10 minutes long. Secret
I did watch.
Lore of
I
Lunar.
watched that one,
It's-
brother. That was cool. That was
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, like it was something else when you want to talk about that. When the boss found it, he blew my mind because I'd been going there for years. I hate New Atlantis, by the way. I'm not a big UC guy, but you get the point. It blew my mind when he showed me that. Anyhow, but that's my soapbox. I'm gonna get off of it and shut my little tracker mouth.
All right. Hey, they also talked about in that note targeted gameplay improvements. And so for you guys, what targeted gameplay improvements do you most want to see in year 3 as we go into year 3? Ghosty, George, Eclipse, Mossy, and Stache. Ghosty, what kind of targeted gameplay improvements do you want to see most in the coming year?
Probably the first thing I am gonna say right off the bat. This was a thing that kind of bugged me in the beginning, but let me save my ships beyond Unity, beyond the Unity. Just let me save my ships. Hell, let me share them like it's a mod. I would love to do that.
As a modder, right? How difficult do you think is it for them to create a system where you can save your ships? Is that something that can be done, you think?
I mean, I've seen ships being saved like as a mod. Like you would have to like recreate your ship as a mod or something, but you can't just like copy like the exact ship from in the game. So you have to like basically remake it again. So it wouldn't be too hard to imagine.
That would be rad. And that's something that a lot of people are looking for, right? Or having some type of blueprints to carry over to the next universe, right? So they
templates.
Yes.
Right?
I remember talking to somebody, and I remember he told me he'd spend like maybe like 6 hours to build a ship, and he refused to like New Game Plus because of his ship. He doesn't want to rebuild it again. So I'd love to see that be a thing like in all platforms.
And I think a template would be a fair trade-off for development, is allowing you to save your ship design as a template, maybe even do that with outposts as well. You still lose it, but you can rebuild it if you have the money quickly without putzing around with stuff.
Yeah, I think outposts would also be awesome, but I don't know how possible would be because the terrain would be drastically different and
yeah, you'd probably have to have a way to like standardize the terrain or put like tag in like the overlay system that they do for the Radiant POIs. They have like a little overlay that goes over top of the ground.
Yeah,
and that's
unique
kind of
POIs. Yeah, like the pattern block thing.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Goes over top of the terrain, erases all the rocks and stuff. They would have to do something similar to that, but I think it could be done. Doing a template with like an outpost. The spaceship would probably be significantly easier.
And I do agree with CyberGhost. Don't fear the Unity. I think that I do think Bethesda wants us to go through the Unity, right? I feel like they want us to take that jump. And so just like they did with like the allowing us to bring stuff into the next New Game Plus universe, right? Like action figures or whatever you want, right? It would certainly make more people want to jump into the next universe if they could bring along their ships, right?
It's a fun little balancing act with that. I mean, you need people to go through the Unity because at a certain point in time, your save file is going to get too much junk into it to load. I know I have a save file that's intentionally just its form ID like packed that I use for testing, just to test in bad case scenarios. But like
30 megabyte save file.
Yeah, you look at like the themes of the main quest, it was all about like letting go of stuff. Like they are desperately trying to convince the player, like, go through the Unity. Please let us scrub your save account, your save file, so you can keep on playing. So they have to figure out a way to balance it with like the ships and the outposts to get some of the player base to use the Unity because it's a wonderful mod reset and also save file reset.
George, how about you? What would you see for? What would you like for targeted gameplay improvements?
The ship one is a big one, and it really is one of the reasons why I am so reluctant to go through, because I'll spend so much time and credits, frankly, just building like my perfect ship. And it's like, I know I can build it again, but do I want to?
Mm.
Outside of that, though, I guess I still just want more from specifically like space travel, more kind of like large scale space battles. And I like that we got a little bit more of that in Terran Armada, but that's something that I just really liked from the get-go in Starfield. And I'm usually not someone who really likes vehicle stuff too much. I'm usually the person who likes being on the ground, on my feet. I don't even like using horses in Skyrim or anything, but immediately flying your ship, customizing your ship, just going through space clicked with me. And I still just feel like there's a lot more that can be done with that, whether it is those large scale battles or maybe having some more random encounters. Once again, still stuff that we got with Terran Armada and with the free lanes, but I still just want even more in particular. Like, it's still not enough for me, and I keep on going through space, through the free lane system, trying to find more, but I always need just a little bit more.
Yeah, I think
never
Watchtower too. If you for those who played Watchtower, right? Like,
Adore it.
I love it, right? And
Yeah.
the space battles in Watchtower are fucking dope, right? You can have you have your entire fleet, and it seemed like at times like an unsurmountable, and like this incredible fleet of enemies. It was in like when you would be kind of looking from a distance, it looked like straight out of a sci-fi movie, like out of a Star Wars movie. It was sick, right? Like, there's so much. I feel like there's a lot they can still kind of do, right, with the space and the battles and the warfare stuff out of Starfield.
The funny thing is, when I was talking about wanting to see more from kind of like the everyday Starborn, I was actually thinking a lot about Watchtower in particular, and that gave me a little bit of what I want to see kind of Bethesda lean more into, like storytelling wise too.
Yeah, they really knocked it out of the park, King Gaff.
They really did.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what they're working on next, because I know I think Starfield's going to be their next focus again, now that they just got their new Skyrim project out.
That would be amazing. Starfield Eclipse, how about you?
Well, we touched upon one of the big ones, which is being able to more fluidly toggle between Starborn powers in combat without breaking that up. That's a big one for me. One of the things I've been wanting to see for quite some time was more exotic astral bodies. Like, give me black holes, give me magnetars, give me like all this kind of crazy stuff. Let's dive into the sci-fi. Like, I want to be going around a planet that's in orbit around like a neutron star or something. That'd be crazy fun. Maybe I'll just build it myself.
It would be pretty rad for them to put it into more sort of eclectic, more eclectic mix of astral bodies. That would be cool, right? How about you, Mossy? What would you like to see?
Oh, on the more mundane part, I've been looking after all those figures, trying to get them right.
Yeah.
I am so close to getting all the unboxed ones. What really pisses me off is the 3 that I need left for the unboxed, I have in boxed fashion. And me and Miss O were kind of joking around about it on the forum a while back on the Discord. It's like, I just want to take those suckers out of the box and put them on this display so I can see and what they're doing. And I'll be damned if I didn't get 2 doubles of the ones I had in the box that I need for the diorama last week. So just something simple. Let me unbox figures. Hell, I'll make a YouTube video out of it. Watch me unbox my Starfield guys. But that would be fun. And it would also be good for my sanity. But on the side point, I echo you guys with favorite ships. I have built so many ships, and I swear to God, each next one is my new favorite, and it'd be nice to bring them over. And I get how you can kind of, like Cyber Ghost was saying in the comments, you can take screenshots, and after you build the same ship so many times because it is your favorite, you kind of get it hardwired to how to do it. But it would be so much easier just to get a spreadsheet of some kind and throw it up on there and get it built. But another thing I would really want to get addressed, and it kind of bugs me, is, and I kind of understand why, the DLC, Shattered Space in particular, it really had a phoned in ending for if you want to side with the Varun. If you're tried and true and you bleed reptile green, you want to go continue the Varun rampage, your character just kind of dies and you're done. What if you could actually join up with them, and then kind of like with the pirates where Systef becomes your enemy, now the subtle systems is your enemy, and you're all in for the Varun to, bag bodies and kick ass and take names.
What I think they should have did for that ending? Surprise, you're dead. The universe is over. You're in the Unity. You can't go backwards. You picked the wrong choice. You have to progress through the Unity.
At least that would have been something, like some kind of choice.
Oh, that would have pissed off fans so bad, but I think that probably would have been a good way to do that ending. Like you're being told, like, I'm going to kill you flat out. I'm trying to conjure God, essentially. It's like obvious wrong choice. I think they should have did something crazy sci-fi like that. Like, boom, universe is gone. You're in the Unity. You have to progress through it.
I 100% am behind that, because Eclipse, me and you are Morrowind babies. You remember killing chain quest leaders, Cassius Cades? You killed them already. You're done. Guess what? You can continue, but you ain't going to get no.
You better reload a save.
Yep, exactly. Consequences need to have actions, and they need to be displayed. It'd be nice if they acknowledge Shattered Space at all when you clear Unity. And I don't know if, because it's weird. I had a discussion with somebody one time about, if you take Barrett into Shattered Space with you as your companion, he sees everything. Well, not sees, but he can hear them too, just like you can. There seems to be some kind of weird type of division between the Starborn and the Varun, and maybe they'll hit on that later. But it'd be nice if there was some kind of representation of that when you clear Unity and you're in there and you're seeing everything. And I haven't gone through yet after beating Shattered Space, or not Shattered Space, but after the new one, Terramata. But I'm guessing it probably suffers from the same thing, where there is no little diorama of this happened, that happened, and Delta's making waffles at a Waffle House somewhere, whatever the case might be, where they tell you what happens after you're gone. But I would like for the overall story in the DLCs to kind of have a closer tie-in, I guess, in the post-credits.
I totally feel that, Mossy. Like I actually love Shattered Space, but like now that I think about it, like you never hear about it. Like there's not, like, it could have never happened, right? Like you could go through that entire thing and then it's just like it never really happened. There's no consequence. There's no so like something like you said, Eclipse, would be awesome because you would feel it, right? Like you don't feel after you play it, and you play, maybe then you go into something else and you don't feel any sort of real consequences.
There's certain things I just don't do ever again because they hurt so much to do them the first time.
What's that?
Well, I mean, the first time I gave up my guns was a heartbreaking experience. But I didn't know I'd be giving up my guns. It was kind of a trick. Michael tricked me to going into the Unity. Practical joke aside, that was a really terrible practical joke. I didn't know I would be giving up everything the first time I went until I was already there. Mm-hmm. And but there are certain things on Varun Kai that tugged on my heartstrings too much. A grandpappy that would never see his grandchild again. I may have gotten a little emotional. May have gotten a couple tears in the old stash there. Is the point I'm making.
Okay, Starfield does that.
Yeah.
But like I said, there are certain things that once I've done it, I can't do it again. I can't. I don't want to put myself through it. So I will on occasion avoid certain things that I know are going to happen. Don't get me wrong. I'll delegate to a crew member, like, hey, go help him with this. You take the emotional burden on that situation. That's you can do that. But I mostly try to stick to the things that I know I can change. And it felt like with that particular situation, there wasn't really much I could do to help. No matter what, you're not going to make that guy's grandchild come back. She's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that hurts. That's a deep one. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
I remember Eclipse making a video about that, I think, didn't you, buddy? When you're talking about
yeah.
different writers, and that one hit hard. That's one of the, and everybody's like, oh, it's just throwaway dialogue. And we were talking before I realized we just got off of no consequences, but it's like consequences we cause. But the world is rife with them. When you're seeing all the different suffering things that people have gone through, that story hit hard. That was a sad one. I remember.
That's such a real story. Like, you have an elderly person who's like suffering from dementia, and he's dealing with the loss of his granddaughter. I mean, if you've lived enough years in this world, you've probably experienced some kind of similar hardship. Yeah. Shattered Space was ripe with that. Like, you're just in this natural disaster area. Like, it does have its flaws. Like, its ending's a little, but like overall, the core story of it, I really enjoyed. I love the themes of faith versus reason, and the whole shebang of that. It just, I think there was a few quests that needed tightened up a little bit, some dialogue that needed tightened up a little bit, and that ending needed reworked a little bit. I like the concept of killing the player, but at least reward them with a cutscene of some sort.
Just
some kind of secret knowledge or something.
A giant cobra that talks like Kreese from Karate Kid. Tells you how bad of a dude you are.
Players would have loved that if a giant serpent would have just showed up, and then they would have died right afterwards.
Just said no mercy, and then it ate you or whatever. I
kick you in the balls and you die.
Well, I mean, let's just say that whole shattered situation was a kick in the balls. I will say that.
Balls.
Yeah, shattered balls is what I would call that. Alternative title. I probably didn't go with that whole thing. I wouldn't have gone with that as a title if I was making something. Yeah,
steer people away.
So who are we on? Who has got a suggestion? Who's next?
Well, anybody else have any thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I just was asking to be polite.
No, it's your turn now.
Oh, okay. I'll say it again to all you people designing cockpits. I need a cup holder. Just the pilot has a cup holder. I let the cat out of the bag last week and said I don't really like flying, but I want a cup holder. I want the option. And also, I got to ask this question. You said how many years has it been for y'all since you've been around there? How many years has it been? Is it we're going into year 3? Is that what y'all said?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm 105, and I still don't know how to fight. Like with my hands, like I can shoot a gun, but so I mean, I just would love it if somebody would teach me like some kung fu. That's all I'm saying. I would love some. I mean, I don't know. I got all these people saying this way to fight is better than that way to fight, and I just shoot at people. I mean, that's what I do really well. But I would love some fisticuffs.
Yeah. That would be rad, Stache. I feel like sometimes I get bored of playing. I think a lot of us, right? Like we've had an obscene amount of hours in Starfield, right? And so like eventually you want to try something a little different, right? And so I do always go back to the swords, and it has 3 moves. You have basically 3. Like, give me one more move that would be, and it would do so much. Right, for the gameplay, or add some kind of, some fisticuffs would be awesome, right? Like a couple more moves, right? To keep it going, right? Because I've put in so many hours, and you get you want to try. You get bored of using guns. I do, at least, using guns all the time.
I can smack them real good with the butt of that pistol, though. I get them good in the nose, just right there, just bop right there on the nose. Bop.
I have started doing that lately, and I had never really done that before, like hitting them with your guns, and it is satisfying.
If you got to reload, it's a great time saver. You bop them, duck around the corner, and reload. But that doesn't happen much because only unprofessionals would forget to round a corner and have their gun loaded. Only unprofessionals would have that. It happened once, just once.
All right, last question I got is as a Starfield After Dark panelist, you each get to nominate one mod for the Starfield Hall of Fame tonight. So let me know what you think deserves the attention for the Hall of Fame. And we'll go Stache, Ghost, George, Mossy, Eclipse. Stache, what do you got?
1-inch punch. I want to learn how to do that, but also that's the best mod ever. 1-inch punch knocks everybody on their booty, makes everything a shotgun. It's beautiful.
Awesome. That's great. What about you, Ghosty?
I would go for 1-inch punch too, just because I could shoot 2 projectiles or once, or I could treat like a minigun, like it's a shotgun, auto shotgun or something. I think that's really cool.
Cool. I think 1-inch punch just went had a run on the board here for the Hall of Fame nominations. How about you, George?
So for the Hall of Fame, sorry, just because I'm new, does it have to be a weapon specifically, or is it just something we're kind of like really enjoying in game right now?
I've been asking everybody along the way as we've been doing these to give me some mods for a Hall of Fame, right?
Okay.
And then
all right.
I want to do like a StarCon presentation for the modders who do so much, right? To continue our fun in help us enjoy like this game. And so I've got a really good list. And so as I get closer to January, I feel I would like to put it out for like a secret ballot vote or something and nominate and have like 5 or 6 nominations into a Hall of Fame.
Okay. For me, what I've really been enjoying lately is I've really been liking the ASC tile creation. It's the author's second one now. I really liked the Deimos one he did a few months ago, but the tile one I love. He made this entire kind of really well done paneling system. You can make your ships look really smooth, really clean, and the amount of detail, the new cockpits, the new engines, and just everything. It's, to me, one of the most unique ship builder mods, like ship component mods that I've seen, while still feeling like it understands the aesthetic of Starfield, which is something that not every creation, not every ship mod does, at least for me. Like, I know that's a little subjective, it's a little personal, but that in particular feels like it really fits, and I've spent so much time just building in that already.
That's a great pick. Great pick. Thank you. Mossy?
Well, I kind of am weird in this aspect where, Starfield's my favorite game, but my second favorite game is probably Ark Survival Evolved, maybe No Man's Sky. It's like a survival kind of game. So I'm always trying to marry the two together. And since I know other people have picked different survival mods that are really, really good and nominated them, I just want to throw one out there that's not been mentioned yet. And it's called it's by the mod author Tennessee, and it's called Out in the Blackness. And you will never look at vacuum tape the same way again. You get some weird shit happening with your ship, and you need to fix it, and it's going to require different things to do. And there's a myriad of different things that can go wrong. You can have like micrometeor tears. You can have an infestation of different things. And the infestations are represented with little creepy crawlies in your ship too, by the way. But anyway, you have to either poison them or fix your tears or whatever. And it sends you on more or less a scavenger hunt if you don't want to go back to the settled systems and just flat out buy what you need. Say you need vacuum tape, that's actually something that you have a use for, where normally that's just kind of a throwaway thing you use to build up your commerce skills, right? You get it, you sell it because it's not really used for anything. But he assigned a use for it, and it's just a really well done mod. Now, to be fair, I have not played with it since the newest update, as I shelved it when I'm trying to get all the figures and do all the achievements. But man, I love that mod. It is so much fun. It's awesome. Going to be my list.
Great choice. And Eclipse, what about you?
Can I do two? Can I do a free and a pay mod?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so this is two mods that never leave my load order, including when I'm like testing my own work. First one, it's a paid mod. It's a little bit pricey, but it's Darkstar. It's worth it. It adds basically an end game framework so you can continue playing and the game doesn't become boring. The game becomes the most challenging experience I've ever experienced in a Bethesda game. And then the second mod, I would have to say, this is a free mod. So if you haven't touched mods and you're kind of hesitant about dipping your toes in there, Bedlam Dungeon Randomizer. It's very simple concept. It's got some like little toggles in the gameplay settings so you can adjust it to your preferences. But all it does is it randomizes NPC locations within dungeons and adds like little events that pop in where like enemies will ambush you and stuff in a dungeon. Those two combined make the game really challenging for me, and they keep things spicy, including like if I'm going through a point of interest for the second time, the NPCs are all in different places, so I don't know the layout and where everyone's hiding.
Darkstar has gotten a lot of love. I think the one mod that probably gets more love than Darkstar is Ghosty up there with Xenomorph there. Yeah.
That's another one that doesn't leave my load order, but I like having my siren pet.
Yeah.
Heart icon.
Well, thank you, everybody. Can everyone just kind of go through, let everybody know kind of where they can find you, what you've been up to, any projects you've got cooking. Let's go Stache, Mossy, George, Ghosty, and Eclipse. So Stache, we're going to start with you. Let us know where people can find you, what you've been up to, projects you've got cooking.
Well, I'm Stache, and you can find me at Astra Stashed on YouTube. I've got a regular, usually I do 2 long form videos a month, and then I have shorts that I come up with, multiple ones every week. Usually just trying to give everybody a little laugh, a little gas, this and that. Right now we are working on, I've got 2 big projects coming up. I've got Trackers Alliance Live, which is sort of a ride along. I've been told it's Reno 911, but a little bit more serious, or I've been told it's Cops, but way more comedic. I don't know quite get the reference, but that's what they told me it was. And you're just with the team riding around, tracking down different bounties, and unfortunately, I'm your narrator in that situation. I've got another iron in the fire. We're working on a great adventure story. The rest of the crew and I are called The Lost Treasure of Solomon Coe. I took a lot of vibes from Indiana Jones when we were writing the script for it. It's been a lot of fun to do. It's a pretty challenging thing. It's not as challenging as Razorleaf episode 6, which will be released soon. I promise. Eventually it will come out. And then I'm working on it. I'm also got a collaboration with my pal Neon Bird Games. He and I are doing a LucasArts throwback to the LucasArts of the 1990s. He plays video games, and I mostly just yell unhelpful things while he does it.
And you brought a clip tonight, didn't you?
I did. Are we going to play the clip?
Yeah, you want to play the clip? Let's go.
Play the clip. Play the clip. It'll be fun.
All right, here we go.
Easy now, big guy. Don't make me use this thing. Come on, you big lummox. I'm serious. Come Come on, man. These rounds are expensive. All right. Through the knees it is. Ooh. It's dead.
Are you sure it's dead?
It is definitely not dead! Let's go! It's gonna kill us! Exclusive footage here today as News Kino 5 takes to the sky. A rampaging megafauna is taking over Aquila City. What we thought to be hired help taken on by Aquila City was none other than an inept mercenary by the name of Stache. Looks like the monster is headed down, up. Yeah, it's definitely going up a set of stairs. It looks like is it looking for something? What is it looking for? Wait, it's going up some stairs here, and yes, it seems to have stopped. It seems to have stopped in front of a specific building. Let's see what that building is. Let's get the Kino to focus on that. Can we do that, Larry? Let's get the Kino to take a look. It's definitely focused on that building. It is the Trackers Alliance building. It is the Trackers Alliance building. We've confirmed it. Someone inside that building, quite possibly our hired help, seems to have barricaded himself inside. It's big and it's angry, and it seems to be after someone inside that building. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's dead now. It was not my fault. No more to comment. But sir, what about the megafauna left in the streets?
Not a problem.
Nice.
I want to point out that no animals were harmed except for the one that at the end. That one was harmed a little bit, tiny bit.
Nice.
It was a trank laser.
Mossy, how about you?
Oh, I just want to kind of piggyback off of Stache there. You also have some of the most kick-ass intro music for some of the shorts and stuff that you have up there. That's good stuff, man. As far as what I'm doing, it's a whole lot of nothing. I just like to check in with the different Discords and, of course, on X. I always love talking Starfield to my friends, and you guys I consider friends, and yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. I've got a little side thing where I'm kind of writing a fanfic, but it's a work in progress. It's going to take me a bit because it takes a while, and other than that, that's about it for me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love the snippet. It was great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's more to come eventually.
George, how about you?
For those who might not know me, I'm George, aka Zero Period Productions, across YouTube, Twitch, and pretty much wherever else you can find me. I'm best known for Skyrim stuff, but you know, I like to think that I'm involved in kind of like all the Bethesda modding scenes, and really kind of like modding is my bread and butter. It's the thing that's kind of kept me the most engaged in the community. It's where I've made a lot of my friends, and especially on YouTube, it's the vast majority of what I cover. Always following Starfield stuff. I want to get into doing some more Starfield content for YouTube, so definitely something I'm looking at. But outside of that, I'm a big supporter of the Creations program across all the games, and for me, it's just exciting to see that taking off a little bit more and being able to support people on that platform, because, you know, I've been fortunate enough where I've been able to make a living covering people's mods. So it's nice that people who are making the really cool things that, you know, I benefit from now are able to support themselves as well. So it's kind of like this nice way of we're all supporting each other.
It's awesome. And what's your YouTube channel? What is it called?
Zero Period Productions. And if you just kind of like search for that, you should find me pretty quickly. You'll be able to tell by the thousands of Skyrim videos.
Awesome. I can't wait to watch.
Just a few.
Ghosty, what about you?
Oh, me. I just kind of got back to making long form videos on YouTube. So you can find me on YouTube, Twitch. I actually am considering to come back to streaming again. I know there are some people that ask me like, "Oh, are you gonna come back to streaming again?" Like, I know I'm coming back to it. I've just been really busy with like a major update for Xenomaster, and I've been working on a upcoming station that I've just been teasing a lot. It's called Robotics Workshop. So I've
Hell yeah.
just been really busy with those two. And I don't know when I'll release those. I told myself, oh, maybe I'll release them maybe this year, hopefully. So I'll stay tuned for that. But as where you can find my YouTube name, I think you can easily find me if you search up Xenomaster. You could probably find me there. So on YouTube, so you can find me that way.
And so tonight we have a maybe this year on the release.
Yes, a maybe. That is
All
correct. I don't slack off. That is, I don't slack off.
All right. Well, that's good.
Well,
That's good news.
They'll twist your arm if you don't do it this year, no.
That's right.
Do that. I would just slap my own wrist if I'm like, oh, you're taking too long.
Nice. And how about you, Eclipse?
You can find me on YouTube, SF Eclipse, or Twitter for that matter. I'm very active on Twitter. I usually try to post a video at least once a week. Lately, I've been doing a lot of modding, but I do have a lot of mod reviews up on my channel if you want to check out, like, see what's fun to play, what's worth your money, or what free mods are out there for you to kind of dip your toes into the modding scene. Or if you have any troubles with modding, I do have a lot of help and guide videos on how to figure out your load order and stuff like that. Right now, I am currently working on a project to give a faction quest to list, because I think that they should have always had a faction quest. I love that faction most of all. So it's pretty big in scope. It's also one of those ones. It might be done this year. It might be done next year. It's going to involve me adding 6 new star systems to Bethesda, like the star map itself, and shutting off the man-made structures and basically telling players we have unexplored territory. List wants you to set up a supply line and explore all habitable worlds to make sure they're safe for habitation. And then at the end of the quest, it'll toggle on all the man-made structures, and then you'll have the whole entire 6 systems change before your face. So that's something very cool I'm working on. I'm going to be getting a small demo for that. I'm projected to finish that this weekend, but it could be the following weekend that I finish the demo for. The demo is going to be free on all platforms, so it's going to be a condensed version of it. 1 star system, 2 planets. Basically, you'll set down a couple mining rigs, scan a planet, and the quest will be done. Little tiny story, just meant to kind of demo it. But doing a lot of work on crafting like biomes with this stuff, and I've figured out a lot of methods to mess with the procedural generation to blend biomes together. So I'm very excited about this project.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to play the demo.
I hope I can get it done this weekend. If I do, it'll be up on all platforms. So I'll put it on Nexus, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation.
Awesome. That is, like CV Marshall said, fucking cool. For sure. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for talking Starfield, and thanks for a great hang tonight. I hope everybody had a blast. I do really appreciate that you, that all of you gave us your time and your presence tonight. That's really fucking dope. And thank you to my lady Farquhar, NC17, my demigoddess. I love you. This weekend's going to be amazing. And Jupiter and Mars, I love both of you so much. And I'm beyond excited for some grand vacationing soon. You can find me on TikTok at Hicks New Game Plus, at Hicks NGPLUS, on X at PedroFarquhar. We play games on X, daily Starfield Wordle, daily We're in the Starfield. Come join the fun. I'm also on Blue Sky, and the show can be found on X and Twitch, and on YouTube at Starfield After Dark Live. Starfield After Dark also has a Discord. Come, feel free to join, and the only rule is to keep it positive. So want to be a guest, send feedback, just talk Starfield, hit me up at settledsystems@gmail.com. Next week, we've got Math Productions and X2357 will be in the lodge, which is pretty dope. And we also, don't forget, we have in August, we have the return of L.E., the voice of Vera Sharkevich. She'll be returning, as well will Babylonia, Carly GB, Raven Swift, Unicake, and so many more. So thanks, everybody. And just a reminder, actually, check out 1BGS on Blue Sky for the whole story behind the Xbox layoffs. Let's take care of each other and take care of the folks who make the games that take care of us. So catch a smile, everyone. And if you can't catch one, steal one. Starfield rules, and so do you.
Catch you, Trek.
The sun's shining. It's not cold. You've got your sheepskins on. And the boots I made for you. Good night, my buddy Heather.
Stop time!